Welcome to episode 37 of Ask Self-Belief. The question today is, how do I overcome the anxiety of getting started? I think this person wants to set up a social media page, and it's a good question because starting anything is terrifying, isn't it? And I think there are a lot of fake personas in this world of people not really being themselves as as a defense mechanism. Because if people don't like this fake persona, it's not that they don't like you, it's that they don't like this fake persona. But if you have this fake persona, you never really meet the right people, you never have the right relationships in life. And you only get one life, and I think you have to live to a higher standard than that. But it's difficult to get started. So I want you to think of this. I want you to think of Muhammad Ali never lacing up some boxing gloves, never having his first sparring session, never falling in love with boxing, and never sharing what he shared with the world. Imagine Adele never singing her first song, never writing her first song, never using her pain as anything its power and inspiring the world in the way that she did do. Nelson Mandela, imagine he just gave up in prison, gave up his freedom, instead of being incarcerated for 21 years and inspiring a nation and the world. Now I want you to think of how many people in this world never got started. Because we don't really identify those, but that's the majority of people, right? It's obvious. People too afraid to go after what they want to go after in life. You have to go after it. I want you to imagine this in the words of Martin Luther King's speechwriter. He said, when you die, when you're on your deathbed, you'd hope that your friends and family are around your deathbed with you. But he said, imagine this instead. He said, imagine all your dreams and abilities and ideas, the ghosts of all of them are gathered round your bed, and they look at you with large angry eyes, saying, we came to you, and only you could have given us life, and now we must die with you forever. The question is this: if you passed away from this earth today, what dreams, what ideas, what talents, what abilities would be left behind as well? Unused, untapped, unloved. No one else is going to fulfill those dreams for you. You have an obligation to do so. And I think if you don't really go after what you want to in life, I actually think it's selfish. I bet you didn't think I would say that, but I think it's selfish. If I go and do a talk in front of hundreds of people or 1,000 people, and I'm concerned about what people think of me, I'm not focused on the value I'm giving them. And that's what I'm getting paid to do. That's what I'm here to offer. I'm here to be myself and show what I'm capable of and give value through that. And you have skills, talents and abilities, things that you know that people need to know from you, and you can't hide that. People will want to know. So I actually think if you don't go after it because of your fear and anxiety, I actually think you're being selfish. And I need you to overcome that selfishness, to share what amazing things you have with this world. I want you to think of something that inspires and motivates you. Maybe that person has a social media page. And at some point, that social media page that they had 0 followers. 0. Roger Federer at one point had 0 tennis matches. At one point, Cristiano Ronaldo had scored 0 goals. At one point, your teacher taught 0 lessons. At one point, your parents had 0 children. At one point, Adele had sung 0 songs. At one point, Muhammad Ali had 0 fights. Some people want to make excuses like, oh, they must have had a good head start or whatever, but we all start with 0. We all start with the day we were born. And we've got to work from that. The truth is that anyone who sticks with or goes after the thing that they really want to in life and be who they are, it's because the fear of not being themselves, the fear of not going after it, outweighs the fear of going after it. What outweighs it for me is the fear of never finding out my true potential, the fear of never giving back to people the way I want to, the fear of never reaching some new heights and finding out what my capacity is, the fear of never showing my family what I can do, the fear of not knowing the limits of my body, the fear of not understanding the human spirit. And all of those things outweigh the fear of, well, what if no one likes what I do? I created the self-belief chief brand. I knew people would not like that. They would find it cheesy or whimsical or whatever. But self-belief is a black and white thing. You either have it or you don't. You either want it or you don't. And that was it for me. And at some point, no one tuned into what I do, and now some people do. Because I'm just being myself. I'm being who I am. People I look up to, but I've got to be me. And you've got to be you, and you've got to share that. Remember, we all start with 0. You can't hide who you are. You've got to share who you are. And what you have is more than enough as well. So I want you to stretch yourself. I want you to improve yourself. I want you to be who you truly are. Don't be selfish. Don't let the last day of your life be a day you look back with regret. And think that the fear of not doing it is too great. That what you want to do in life, you simply have to. My name is David Holman. If you change today will change your life. So enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy the rest of your life. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Subscribe on YouTube. You can see full episodes on YouTube, Spotify and iTunes, Facebook and Twitter. You see small inserts of this on Instagram. Send your questions to #AskSBChief. You can also send in questions through my website, through any links or social media page. You'll be able to click through and email those questions in. And I hope you have a great day. I'll see you on episode 38. Cheers.